Philly 76. What's up, man? How you doing? How are you managing the situation? Hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, you know this does not work without you guys. Hopefully, let me know if the picture's okay, if the sound's okay. The internet here at this house is spotty at best. So I'm here, had dinner, and just trying to make it, man. What I want to do here tonight, I'm not in my man cave, so I don't have my normal intro and don't have skip. Come on, skip, you skip. I don't have that running tonight. So sounds and looks good. It can't look good because it's a picture of me. Oh, wait. You know what? Hold up. Man, what the hell? What the hell is wrong? Let me back this up just a little bit here. Back it up just a little bit. Hold up. I'll be right back. Hold up. Don't go no. Don't go. Stay right there. I'll be right back. One of the most controversial figures here on YouTube. Hey, Jobu. Can't even stand upright. Can't. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Now we can start the show. We got the star here. Uh oh. Uh oh. Is it playing okay? Okay. Is it? Hopefully. Thanks for keeping football going. Well, I tell you what. Here's the interesting thing. I saw a tweet on from Sports Track. Sports Track does all of they're like over the cap. They end up doing all the calculations and things for salaries and things like that. And they ended up posting and said, does anybody else out there feel kind of uncomfortable that the NFL is out here making deals and trades and franchise tagging and things like that? And I looked at it kind of differently. I looked at it as I'm actually glad that we have something else to focus on. Because when you watch TV now, it's 24/7, the virus. And it's disaster porn. And you can't just be at home just going through the same thing. You need something to occupy your time. We're going to have a lot of time together. A lot of it. I mean, and shout out. Does Jobu have the coronavirus? Jobu looks like he always looks, okay? And I think he actually has the cure. I don't think the coronavirus will actually bother Jobu. But here's the thing. This thing is going to affect people in a lot of different ways, okay? Because we only think about our own little world and stuff in here, but there are other people that are going to have issues and problems. Shout out to Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, great follower, great supporter of the channel. You guys know about my sweatshirt, with the stars on the sleeve. That's a present from Miss Jackie. She has done so much to help me with this channel and support me and everything else. But see, Miss Jackie doesn't actually live in Dallas on a full time. She actually lives someplace else with the family and things, and that's where she's at. She comes to Texas to work. Well, her company's basically saying, like most companies, we're going to shut down. You can work from home. Well, she can't get home. One of the pilots for American Airlines has tested positive. And so now, they're carteling the airports, they're shutting things down, grocery stores are going crazy. We all know all this is going on. But we can't live this 24 hours a day. So when I looked at that tweet and they're like, this seems wrong, but I dare say my response to it was that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is it's great that we have something to look forward to, something to talk about other than just this, that we can look at this and say, we will get through this. And we have something to look forward to. Q, we're on a Marco Polo line, so we're talking back and forth all day and stuff, and we're looking at Q going to the grocery store and the liquor store and the gas station, and literally right now everybody is going kind of bonkers. So that's why I'm trying to keep this where we can talk about football and stuff. Get your mind, relax. Pour yourself a drink. If you got your shot glass, get your shot glass. Pour yourself a little drink, chill out, and let's go ahead and talk a little bit about football because we all need a break. Now, my computer is kind of freezing up on me because I'm actually live streaming and I have my Wi-Fi on my phone on for the computer. So let me know, is the picture continuing to move for you guys and I'm just slow because the internet is just whack here, or is it buffering? Oh lordy, big pains in the house. Good lord. Philly Cowboys 76. How you doing, man? Baldo Salazar. Don't panic. Everything will be okay. Pray. Um, Eagles land. It's amazing how many Eagle fans show up here on this channel. Now, I'm gonna be up here with some friends until tomorrow night or Sunday, in the weekend. But I'm gonna head back to the house. I'm gonna be getting some more wood, and I'm gonna just be working in the workshop and doing things. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my cousin Daniel, who had surgery yesterday, and hopefully is home today. He's supposed to be getting home, had cancer surgery. So thoughts and prayers go to you, Miss Jackie. I hope you get back to, where you're going and things, next week, and hopefully we can get a handle on this thing. On Good Philly, okay. Don't hate, appreciate. Okay. You know what I may need to do is I may need to just hold it. Let me I'm gonna turn this computer off because to make sure that I got plenty of bandwidth. And I'm gonna move the camera closer so that way it's good content to have to crash party. Well, apparently there aren't any Eagle parties for you guys to be at because it doesn't seem to matter. It don't seem to matter at all what time of day or night that I do a video that you guys show up. So it must be that you're not watching. You don't actually leave Eagles content to come on here, do you? You don't do that, right? Or do you? Or do you just drop what you're doing? Oh, Mark Holmes is on there. Let me go see what Mark's doing. Is that what it is, Eagle fans? Is that? Come on. Why don't you admit it, man? You just love you're closet Dallas Cowboy fans. At all, Mark? Right on. What's up, nation? Stephen Gold, I didn't even know you were an Eagle fan. Damn. Okay, so what's up? Look, diehard Redskin fan. What's up with it? Why do I have so many damn fans from other teams? Yes, we come here to troll. More views. Not every view is a good view. Okay, some of y'all need Jesus. Okay, seriously, some of y'all need Jesus. But it's hot up here. This is like a loft, and all the heat is just rising up in here, and they're cooking in the kitchen like crazy. So I'm not sick. I'm not sick. No snot, no sneezes. It's just hot up in here. Okay, and I'm old, and I think I have sympathy hot flashes. Jobu Sports Report and Cowboys Nation, amen. When am I going to do a mock draft? Well, it looks like I'm going to have time now to do that. Usually, I just don't have time. And here's the thing about mock drafts. I'm honest with you. There's a couple things about football that I'm just not keen on. One of them is mock drafts. How many mock drafts has Todd McShay already done? How many? 5, 10? They do a new one every other day, so they're really pointless and meaningless. Because in the end, they're going to say, well, I told you that the Cowboys are going to draft a defensive tackle, this guy, as a 17th pick. But you also said 50 other people that they had. So, by the law of averages, you're going to get a couple right. So it's like one of those things that I just don't like to spend a whole lot of time doing that. And then the other thing that is one of those pet peeves, I know I pissed off one of the guys from the English Dallas Cowboy fan club because he was excited. Man, I want you to be in my fantasy football club. I was like, yo, bro, I'm sorry, but I think there's nothing more stupid than fantasy football. The fact that Philly 500 had Zeke Elliott on his team, I'm like, dude, you ain't got no credibility. How can you root for Zeke Elliott if you're an Eagle fan? For anything, anything. There ain't no way in hell I could ever root for a Giant, an Eagle, or a Redskin. It just ain't gonna happen. So for me, fantasy football, it's a non-starter. I just can't. I just can't. I can't do it. So that and mock drafts are not ones. But what I will do is I'm going to start focusing in on who I think boys should draft. For me, here's the way I look at the draft. You know, quarterbacks are always going to go. You know, there's going to be probably 3 quarterbacks gone in the first round, probably in the top 10, right? Edge rushers are always in popular demand. Left tackles, popular demand. Cornerbacks, popular demand, right? We're at 17. You get 3 quarterbacks off the list, boom. That means that's 14 more picks in front of us. If you take 2 or 3 offensive linemen, that means there's about 11 more picks in front of us. If you take 3 cornerbacks, that gets us down to 8. You don't know what will fall before then. I would say edge rushers will. That means only 5 more picks in front of you. And you probably haven't gotten interior defensive line. For me, I think the guy that you can get can be a game changer more than anything else would be an interior lineman. And for me, I love the big fat guys. Now, a lot of people say, oh, get a cornerback. You know, we moved up to get Morris Claiborne, and how well did that help us? A first and a second to get the guy they said is the best defender, you know, in football. Yeah. All good. Sometimes we don't think. Safeties. Look at how many safeties were there for us when we picked late in the second round last year. Could have had Warren Thornhill. Safety, I think you can get late. You can get late in the second round. So for me, I'm going for defensive lineman. I'm looking to see what's the best player available, you know, as far as on the defense. If it's a cornerback or if it's a safety, I'm taking the safety. But who's got a ring? Are we talking about wheelchair? Mark keeps it one. Thank you very much. I appreciate. Who was that just? Ray. I appreciate that. Forgive me with the Wi-Fi limited here. I have to literally, the only way I can use it is if I use my phone as a hotspot for the computer, and I'm worried that if I do that during the live stream, that it's going to make it difficult to live stream, and that I may end up getting some buffering. So I'm just looking at the comments here, and the comments are about this big and a ways away from me, and I should have glasses, but I haven't exactly gone out there. Redskins got the second pick. Yeah, well, the Redskins are going to probably take Chase Young. I would think that, or they'll try and take Tua. That's the directions that they'll probably go. Yeah. So you know that guy's going to go off the board, and you know quarterbacks are going to go off the board. But I still think you're going to be able to get a dominant defensive lineman. And for me, that's one of the places that the Dallas Cowboys have spent no capital on since probably like Leon left. Xavier Woods. But see, I don't know about Xavier Woods replacing. That's one of those ones. I would rather keep Xavier lays the wood at safety, because I believe when you change those positions, it's not like apples to oranges. Okay, it's 2 different things. Being a guy that's used to being on an island, one-on-one coverage, that's one thing. Being a safety is, I am following everything that's on the field. I am a field general. I'm a guy that's got his eyes in the backfield and reading the quarterback and helping out. That's another big thing that, a safety is not a cornerback. And unfortunately, the Cowboys really stunted Byron Jones' growth by trying to make him a safety. He was not a safety. So they wasted time. Bill, please keep doing what I'm doing. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Xavier. Okay. Now, Rhodes, the amount of money that he's going to command, I'm not sure that that's worth it. If you look at what he did last year, he kind of went downhill. He was not the guy that he was in 2017. So you have to wonder, was that just a down year or is he headed down? Jet D in the house. What's up, Jet? What's up? Michael, that's not funny at all. All right, let's let's try and do something here, guys. All hell's breaking loose in the world right now. There's a lot of unknowns that are going on out there. Okay, we're all worried. We're worried about our job. We're worried about groceries. We don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. I get all that. But here's what we want to do. Okay? Here's what we want to do. We want to come in here. We want to have fun. We want to support each other. We want to look out for our fellow man and woman. And we want to take our mind off other stuff, okay? So let's be cool. All right? Who's really in charge? I saw somebody talking about Bill Callahan or Philbin. Callahan was pretty good for us working with the offensive line. He's a great offensive line coach. Philbin, I don't really know. I mean, he's got head coaching experience, so at least not great with Miami. But here's the thing that you like: being a head coach, you understand all phases of things. When I think about coaching here, and I've had discussions and stuff, because people will say, well, Jason Garrett didn't get full autonomy, that the Cowboys were there, undermining it. But see, here's the thing, because people will say, you got young coaches that come out the box and are doing really well. Look what Sean McVay did. Look what, Kyle Shanahan did. But I say, wait a minute here. They may be young guys, but understand the way they were brought up. Sean McVay was an intern for John Gruden. He paid his dues. He ended up being a ball boy, an intern, that was unpaid and working his way through the ranks. So he learned all phases of the game. So even though he was young and hadn't been a head coach, he understood the game. He was trial by fire, and he had a base to go with. Kyle Shanahan, his daddy. You got to know from day one, my dad's a head football coach. He was constantly there and around football. So he hit the ground running. You look at Jason Garrett, coaching-wise, 1 year as a quarterback coach, gets promoted to Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator, and then head coach. Where was all the information for him to draw from to be a head coach? He didn't have all that. So that's where I look at it and say, I don't know that Jason Garrett was being held back by the Dallas Cowboys as much as maybe the Dallas Cowboys were actually propping him up. Okay? You just that's my theory. I think we should try and re-sign Robert Quinn. I think that the Cowboys have said that they want to re-sign Robert Quinn. Pass rushers are not an easy thing to do. And with the way he played last year, I mean, you have to be happy. Him and another guy that I really hope that they get back to is Randall Cobb. Because Randall Cobb was another one of those guys who you may look at it and say, well, he didn't get 1,000 yards like the other guys, but you don't get three guys getting 1,000 yards. Although he would have had 1,000 yards had those three TDs not been called back. So, he kind of got screwed up there in the mix. Tight end in the second. I'm not sure. Okay. For me, I would rather, instead of getting a tight end in the second round, all right, your first two picks need to be defensive backfield and defensive line. Tight end is not going to help the offense. I mean, don't get me wrong. Tight end is the new wide receiver. Tight ends are more important than wide receiver. However, with all the weapons that you have in there, I'm okay with saying, Blake Jarwin, you're going to be our guy. And I would rather go ahead and have me a defensive lineman who's a beast, who's a fire hydrant, a guy who's out there sitting in the quarterback right there. Defensive line is the biggest place you get the bang for the buck. Let me explain this to you. I've said this thing for years. A lot of people say, get a shutdown corner. Okay, that's cool. You got a shutdown corner. But if you don't have a defensive line that can get to the quarterback, and a quarterback, you give Aaron Rodgers 6, 7 seconds, he's going to find somebody open. And one cornerback does not take care of the whole field, right? Some people say, get a linebacker. Well, if the linebacker has to fight off the guards when he's trying to scrape, he's still not going to be that effective, okay? Even Ray Lewis had a great defensive line. If you've got, okay, just hypothetically, I want you to think about this. Let's say D-Law is embarrassed by the season that he had last year. Let's say D-Law has refocusing and trying to be the guy that he was 2 years ago. That D-Law right now is working his ass off and gets back to that form. Let's say you sign Robert Quinn and you get him on the outside. Those two guys can get upfield, but the problem is when those guys get upfield and your defensive line doesn't get a push, you're leaving lanes out there. If I am an offense and I have to worry about those two guys on the edge, and the Cowboys get a guy who can get a push up the middle, they can get a big push, okay? A guy who now the guards have to worry about double teaming. A guy who pushes the center where the center's thinking about him and the quarterback exchange gets fumbled. A guy who prevents the quarterback from being able to step up in the pocket. A guy, because the guards aren't able to just jump off and hit the linebackers, allows those guys to go ahead and roam free and fill the gaps. A guy who pushes up the middle and the quarterback only has 2 seconds to throw means that the cornerbacks don't have to chase a guy around the field, for 10 goddamn minutes of the quarterback making a move. And Snacks Harrison, I think, the day the Lions let him go, I was like, that's a guy we need to look at. If you can get him for a good price, that's a veteran who'll be a stopgap guy that you can plug in and get some use out of, without a doubt. Listen to Big Payne. He's an Eagle fan, but he knows. As much as everybody want to talk about Nick Foles, no, it was that defense. That defense makes a difference, because then you get that guy pushing up the middle, and then you get yourself a nice safety on the back end. Oh, man. Now, if you sign Snacks Harrison, a guy like that, then you can start looking at the draft and saying, okay, I can take the best player available, be it a safety, be it a cornerback, be it a defensive lineman. Emily Ann, see, that's one of those ones that has more money that we got. So you have to look at this and say, is that $9 million that I'm paying Tyrone Crawford coming off of hip surgery on both hips, is that money well spent, or am I better off taking that money and putting it elsewhere? Think about Robert Quinn last year was less than what Tyrone Crawford made. And these are decisions that aren't easy, because he's a team captain. He's been a guy who's been stable. He's a guy that's a good player. But it doesn't matter about that. You have to look at it dollars and cents. It's kind of like, although this is kind of old school, this doesn't happen that much anymore. Q, why are you sending me text message? Q, get your ass up in here, okay? You have to look at it as, am I rolling the dice on keeping this guy and thinking he's going to make a change, or like a company? Yeah, we've had Fred working here for 30 years. Fred knows the system. Fred knows what he's doing. Fred does a good job. But the problem with Fred is, because he's gotten a raise every year, Fred's making $100 million. Is making $100,000. We can get one of these young whiz kids fresh out of college, and we pay him $30,000. So which way are you going to go? Yeah, the new guy is going to have some, a learning curve. It's going to take him a little time to get up to speed. But then we got $70,000 more that we can do something else with. You follow me on that? Miss Jackie was just talking about you. Thoughts and prayers for you. Now, right, and that's more than anything else. You can say, oh, let's draft a wide receiver so we get a little more speed. Oh, let's get a tight end so that way we listen. You were almost one. I mean, you were in the top 30 of NFL teams ever in yardage. I would say. I'm just going to hypothetically, okay? You ended up scoring the second most points in the NFL. How many more points do you think you're going to be able to score? You think you're going to score another 20 points a game? Be able to do much? I could be wrong. But when you get the defense that was giving up 4.6 yards a carry up the middle, 4.6. If you fix that and get some takeaways, more points will come. More points will come. Cowboys need O-line and D-line. See, I would actually say D-line more than offensive line. I'm okay with rolling the dice on Tyron Smith for another year. You got Connor Williams, hopefully coming back healthy, but you also got McGovern, who hopefully can be a swing guy. I would still try Looney and center. I would let Cam Fleming go. That would be me. I think your defense would be able to get snacks. I'd love to get snacks. You're not sold on Connor Williams? You may not be, but he's capable. That's the thing, Tierra. Derek, are you my twin? Have you been up in my head? Because that's what I want. I want the big, fat guy in the middle. Yeah, Philly's got Michael's belt. Yeah. Are you guys hearing music in the background? Are you hearing the music? So I might need to go into the other room. Tyron Smith will be elite for another 3 years. The problem is, will he stay healthy those 3 years? Namakitsu, I think his best years are behind him. True, Connor was, but he still had some decent games as well. I wouldn't go ahead and label him a bust just yet because defensive linemen, edge rushers, and guys like that take some time usually to get going. I think a change of coaching and some people putting a foot in his ass will be an opportunity. Listen, he's costing you chump change right now. So to say the hell with him is kind of a waste. I think maybe they gave up on Taco too soon. You saw what Taco was able to do with Miami. So you don't want to just go ahead and take a guy you drafted in the second round and just give up on him right now. I agree with you. And that's where I'm saying roll the dice on Tyron Smith, for another year. You still have an investment of a $13 million cap hit on him this year. You're better off saying, okay, we're going to live and die with that guy and spend the resources elsewhere. He really didn't get much playing time, but see, some of that also may be Tristan Hill, because you're talking about a guy who showed up late for practice, a guy who fell asleep when Isaiah Thomas was there. These aren't things that say I really am trying to be the best I can be. Right, and see, that's one of those things that Donald, think of Antonio Bryant. Antonio Bryant, some of you are probably too young to remember. Oh, somebody did a super chat. Shout out to you. I'm sorry, I missed the super chat. Where's the super chat? Jeremy. Everybody, listen, I don't have my list right here, but I will add you when I get back. So Monday night, we've been doing drawings, and I've called out a bunch of you guys who've won stuff. You got to go ahead and email me and say, hey, I'm that guy. I won. But everybody does a super chat. We're going to go ahead and give away some more stuff, some shot glasses or some of the Super Bowl stuff that I have. No. Listen, stop. Don't ever say trade up. Screw trading up, okay? Listen, here's the problem with trading up. You might get a chipper. You might get a guy who's real good. You might is the key word. Stuart Morrison, what's up, man? Tipping the DJ. Can you hear the music? Oh, that's going to mess up the video. I may need to move this. You're hearing the music in the background? Yeah, Michael's got to earn it. He's got to earn the belt back. Um, so here's the problem. Think about when we traded up to get Morris Claiborne. They said Morris Claiborne, he's a can't miss guy. He best defender in the draft. So we gave up the 1 and the 2nd. That number 2 should be a starter on your team immediately. And instead of Morris Claiborne, who had injury history, who never really got going for us. Now, he got a ring with Kansas City. Shout out to him. Congratulations. But now you have a bust for your number 1, and you got nothing for your number 2. I am more of the guy that says I would rather move back than move up. Because more than anything else, every pick is basically a crapshoot. The music's clear? Aw, damn. Okay, hang up. Hang up. Oh, hold on. Yeah, they could because they hear it, which means it's going to get my don't get shut down for the copyright. Oh no, I'm doing my live stream. See, I'm doing my live stream, and the thing is, they hear the music on it, they'll shut it down, and you get copyright strikes and shit, which fucks it up. Okay, but well, yeah. Oh, well, you turn up just a little bit more than that. So, you say you turn up a little bit more. Yeah. That's good. Okay. I've only got 30 minutes left. Okay. Are you still hearing the music? Okay. Sorry. I asked him to turn it down a little bit. But shout out. Did I miss another super chat? I'm sorry. Thoughts on. I'm sorry, I missed that one. Shout out. Well, no, but here's. No, but see, here's what you got to understand, though. If they hear the music in it, you get a copyright strike, and they can also shut the stream down. In which case, then you're not unable to stream again. And other YouTubers who have literally, like, let's say, have had the NFL on their like a live broadcast, and then they get the strike where they can't live stream for 3 months. I know several that have happened. So. Yeah, but see, here's the thing with Morris Claiborne. It wasn't just the 6th pick. It was our 1st and 2nd. So moving up because you say, oh, that guy's going to be real good. Understand this. New England has a great coach. Don't get me wrong. They got a great quarterback in Tom Brady. But more than anything else, what they have learned is don't pay guys. Because when they are really good and they leave, we're getting draft picks. They've got 12 picks this year. Again, they had 12 picks coming off the Super Bowl. Some of those compensatory picks they have are 3s. They have been literally the kings of compensatory picks. And those guys, now that you can package those up and trade those, you can take a 4th, a 5th, and a 3rd and trade up and get into the 2nd round and get an impact player. That's the kind of things that you got to start looking at. DeMarco Murray leaving gave us a 4th-round pick that we used to get Dak Prescott. I am actually at Deep Creek Lake in Western Maryland. We had this trip planned for about a year. It's 6 of us couples that got together, and we did this last March, and of course doing it this March. The scary thing is nobody has any signs of the, but you never know. One of the people who are here, she just got a notification that her building that she works in is going to be shut down because the person 2 floors up tested positive for the coronavirus. Jed D, he's got somebody in the hospital 2 miles from his house, over there. The first case in Virginia, 4 miles down the Belvoir. So it's around. And it's around with a lot of people who don't know it's around. So hopefully nobody has it here, and we'll go home, and I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to literally, you're going to see a lot of me. I'll put it that way. You're going to see a lot of me because I'm going to be live streaming. and doing videos, and probably get some more wood. I'll be building some more of the racks and stuff just to kind of keep from going crazy. And I'm thinking about trying to do some things like, Skyping you guys in, talk to you guys and figure out what are you doing to help pass the time and how you're coping and making it and so on. Super chat? Did I miss one? You're saying, what is a super chat? Clicking on that makes you to be able to do a super chat. Anybody does a super chat, putting the names in, we do drawings and stuff. You don't have to do super chats. I'm not asking for them, but when you do, it helps support the channel and get new equipment, doing tailgates and stuff like that. Skype at Eagles fan. I do that with Philly 500. Oh, I missed one. Oh, I'm sorry. Who did I miss? Ohio Cowboys 64. Thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate that. Work on the pond yard. Yeah. Great idea, Phil. Stuart. That's a great idea. Work on the yard and stuff. Maybe I can get my grass to grow. Ohio, dude. One way back when I was. Oh, okay. If you were to draft a quarterback, you would take Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts would be great, but right now I'm okay with the quarterback I have. 4 cases in Frisco. Wife, child, and one other man, and family. Wow. Yeah. Miss Jackie, I hate to say it, but we're going to see a lot of cases all around us. I don't think that the genie's out of the bottle now, and it's just going to be the way it is. Best thing to do is keep your distance, keep washing your hands. If you can, just hunker down for a while until they get a grip on it. I'm happy about some of the things that we heard, that they're going to be doing more and more testing and things like that. They passed a bill that's going to help give people some relief because, right now if you are on the edge and knowing that I will live paycheck to paycheck and now I'm not working and I don't have money, that's just going to make it all worse. Your mind will screw you up on this. But if I know that, hey, I'm going to be able to get some unemployment or, some temporary relief, I have some money in, then everybody can kind of stay home and do stuff. But I'm trying to figure out what I can do as a citizen to try and help others. I have an email that came from American Red Cross. So I'm going to go ahead and donate some blood. So that way, they're going to go through and check the temperature and make sure you don't have the virus and stuff. But we need to all try and do things that can help others. Don't know if you can donate to some food banks and things like that because there are going to be a lot of people that need some help. So I'm still, while we got all this time to figure stuff out, I'm going to try and figure out how we can try and help others as well because there's going to be a lot of people that need help. And we, as Cowboys fans, we may not agree about Dak Prescott and his contract, but we know that we can get together and help others out. We've done it before, and we're going to need to do it again. So that's all I have to say about that. Oh, my scroll. Jet D, it's so annoying. I must have missed that. Well, Jet, it might be, Jet, that you getting some of those briskets or the pork shoulders. You smoking that stuff and you like package it up and we can distribute it in the community. It could be just like that, because if you're a person that not everything, Jet, you and me, we cook. We're used to being home. Our family takes care of our family. We ain't going out to eat that often. But a lot of people don't know how to cook. A lot of people don't know how to, other than, take out taxi or I'm going to Wendy's. I got to go to the grocery store and get food and start making food. That's one of those things that we can do. We're going to continue to pray, but we're going to try and put some action behind it as well. So I'm going to find some food banks, I still use Instagram. When I have something new, I always usually post a preview for my live stream on Instagram, and I post a lot of pictures and stuff. Okay, we're not. Let me say this, y'all. I don't want to hear no conspiracy theories on here. I don't want to hear doomsday and things like that. That's not what this stream is about. Okay, take that shit someplace else. Okay, take that. I'm serious. Take that shit out of here. So back to that tweet about the NFL still doing business. I, for one, am happy that they're doing a responsible thing of saying, let's shut down our facilities. We can work from home. We can still make deals because now we got something to talk about. So, a little over 24 hours from now, the NFLPA is supposed to be finished voting. Jet D, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Tiara, she's new as a moderator. Tiara, she don't play. She cute. She cute. Look, you see the face on it. She cute, but she cut a brother. I mean, seriously, she's like Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie, oh, Miss Jackie is just like, you want to go hang out, Miss Jackie, yeah, and all that. But you know what? She'll cut a mother too, right? I'm serious. Don't play. They're cute. They're cute, but I'm telling you, they don't take no kind of. I'm serious. You know that. I mean, seriously. And Jet, let me tell you about Jet. Jet used to ride a bull. He was in the rodeo. Okay? So that guy, he don't take no bullshit from nobody. Not even from the damn bull. So watch what the hell you doing here, because they're going to handle the business. All right. So the NFLPA is still voting that closes tomorrow night at 11:59 on this CBA. This CBA that will reduce the penalties for drug usage. This deal that will give us another game of football, not that I think we needed it. This deal that will give them 5 years of health insurance, which is not long enough. This deal which will raise up the minimum salaries by $100,000 and put another 1.5 percentage of the total take for the players. There's a lot of good things there for players. There's some things that they could do better for. But for the owners, it's going to make it rain up there with billions more dollars for them. I think it's going to pass, which means we got one tag and we got till Monday at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock Monday is the last time you can use the tag. That means we got to get Dak or Amari done, because one of them's going to probably need to get tagged. I don't know that they're going to get both of those done this weekend. Question for you, which one do you think they get done first? I had heard that they're closer on Amari's team. That's what I heard. Dak's going to take a little bit more work. And now here's what's interesting to me, because Miss Jackie, I didn't have a chance to read it. Miss Jackie sent me a link about Troy Aikman talking about if Dak Prescott gets tagged, how it'll be detrimental. I got to read this thing and check it out. Understand, when you get tagged, it's not a permanent thing. Just because we put the thing on you right now doesn't mean that that's where it's going to be until July 15th. After July 15th, you can no longer negotiate till the following season. That will just buy them some more time to go ahead and finish ironing out this whole thing. But I think what you're going to see Sunday, if the CBA passes on Saturday night, you watch. You're going to see contracts blowing the fuck up. Because now, the owners, which I believe said, do not do any big deals until after we get the vote on the CBA. Because they want to make sure they put as much pressure on the players to get what they want. I think they got these contracts ready to rock and roll, because they know that the minute this thing is done, we got plenty of money down the road to sign these things, get them done right now. Haven't seen a player tag that get a long-term deal? D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence. They tagged him 2 years ago. Remember? And he's like, I ain't playing on the tag a second time. I'm not signing anything. I'm not working out. I'm not getting my shoulder worked on until he got his long-term deal. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Don't be surprised if everything is pushed back a month. Actually, I would be surprised. I really would be surprised because here, you have to realize what the NFL is. The NFL, love them or hate them, they're smart. Basketball has to shut down there. You can't play games in this. You can't. Baseball, basketball, you can't. This is in the middle of their season. We're talking about the NFL, which is basically taking glorified workouts and put this in prime time and we watch at the combine. That's how freaking big this is. Do we watch the NBA combine and the draft like this? Seriously. We are so tied to the NFL that we will literally watch anything. They said official, well, we'll see. We'll see. But here's the way I look at it. They are able to do their deals because they could actually say, we could perform a free agency till July. They did when they had the strike. They don't need the players to come in for 2 more months. They can do all their business remotely. And this way, they're still getting the lion's share of the attention. You're not focusing on basketball games. We don't have that. NASCAR? Nope. Baseball? Mm-mm. NHL? We can talk about other things are there, aren't there? And we're talking about football, getting people hooked. That when that season comes around, it's going to go through. Be at BB13. Okay. Sadly, I got to run. Peace out, Jet, man. Be safe out there, man. Right. The mask. Well, like they're not going to play anything right now. They're not going to play anything. But think about it, though. Excuse me. Everybody's going to be home. Everybody's going to be online. Everybody's going to be watching television. Think about this. The internet will blow the fuck up. If Dak gets tagged or gets his contract, I don't care which it is, it's going to be big news. I don't know how they're going to be doing like first take and all those stuff and all that, but I'm assuming that they'll figure out a way. Adrian, I'm not scared. I'm concerned. When you're old, you see a lot of things. Okay? For me, I've had a flesh-eating bacteria that literally almost killed me. It was one of those things that they told me if I had waited 12 hours to go to the hospital, my leg would have had to have been amputated. They said if I had waited another day, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. That was a strep infection. Just like strep throat. So the reality is, you can still, well, at this point, they ain't listening to me. So there's nothing I can do about it at this point. If it gets shut down, I only have a few more minutes left anyway. The reality is anything could kill you. If you want to be honest about it, between the fertilizers and the weed killers that they put on the fields, along with the genetically modified plants that can absorb it, that's giving us pesticides and things that are killing us. The plastic bottles that have water in it have PCBs in it that are leaching chemicals that cause cancer. The non-stick pans and the cartons and stuff is sprayed with forever chemicals that keep them from sticking to food and preserve it, but it also puts chemicals that cause cancer. The radiation from the power plant in Japan, that radiation has made it to the west coast of the United States, and it's in the fish that we eat. The oil that was spilled in New Orleans off the coast, that is in the stuff. Driving to work on the Beltway, accidents, shootings. There's a lot of things that can kill you. If it's your time, it's your time. And there's nothing you can do to change it. No, I'm actually at a house. It's a house on a lake, and I'm actually upstairs. It's like a loft up here. Everybody else is downstairs with the music. So the reality is we're all going to die eventually. You can't sit around and be concerned and be consumed with it because then you're wasting your life. Okay? So the thing is, be cautious, be prepared, take care of business, but still live your life. That's why you quarantine. Yeah. Come Sunday, I'm headed back to my house and I'm going to be hunkered down. It's going to be me, Tracy, and Michael Anthony. My man E2 sent me a message earlier. It's like, hey, what you got going on tonight? You live streaming? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm going to be live streaming. I said, but I'm not home. He's like, damn, I was going to come over. I was like, no, you weren't. You my dog. You my dog and all that, but nah, buddy. And no, no, no. It's just us three. And we're going to go ahead. We're going to eat at home. We're going to cook some meals. We're going to live stream and bring you all the news that's out there. We're going to work in the workshop, work on the yard, maybe work on the house. E2's not bad. Well, listen, like I said, I'm not going to my parents' house because I don't want to be a carrier and possibly take it to them. We're just going to shut it down. Okay? And we're going to try and be safe. Fact is, we lost the division. Well, Cowboys Nation 71. The reality is, since 2004, everybody who's won the division lost it the next year. That's a fact. How about that? If that's the case, guess what? That means the Eagles will be losing it again this year. Do you honestly look at the Eagles team and say that they're a juggernaut? That they are unbeatable? I don't. They need wide receivers. They need defensive players. They need a quarterback that can stay upright. They got holes too. But we at least improved our coaching staff. There you go, Justin. Shout out to Justin. I wish there was a way that you could like highlight a comment and stuff in here, like say this is the bomb. I need to see if there's a way I can send a message to YouTube and say, hey, that's what y'all. Is Des coming back? I don't think so. No. It's great talk and stuff. And I was having this discussion downstairs with my boys and stuff because they keep saying, well, why haven't they paid Dak Prescott? Why is there always so much drama? I said, understand this. There's no such thing as bad publicity. Think about the Dallas Cowboys. This hurts for me to say this, but in all honesty, our Cowboys have not done much in 25 years. 25 years. 3 playoff wins. Not good. But somehow that team is the most valuable in sports without having won a Super Bowl in 25 years. Somehow that team is always the talk of the town. So when you look at what Jerry Jones is doing as far as contracts, last year was D-Law, and yes, ma'am. It is 9:53. Yeah, are you trying to tell me you're tired of hearing me talk? I mean, okay. You look like you're wobbling a little bit, baby. Are you okay? Okay, all right. Okay. Anything I can do for you? Okay. All right. Am I still on keto? I've actually had to stop keto for a little bit because I've had some underlying health issues that they're still trying to figure out. Well, the cholesterol was one of the things that shot up, so you end up getting more fat. Okay, okay. So I went on a Girl Scout cookie diet. Okay, stop? Just go, please. Just leave me, woman, please. Damn, she messing up my flow. Keep the show going. I can't keep the show. You see, my wife is like, I miss you, honey. I love you. Can you leave your friends alone? Yeah, that's what. Didn't you guys heard it? Didn't you hear that? That's what she said. How much longer, honey? Um, you gonna send me a hat for Jobu because his hair's out of control? I kind of like his hair. Don't look. My wife is like, damn, that's some she said, well, that's Florida hair. No, it's just nappy like that. It's turning into dreadlocks. That's that Florida humidity that killed it at the Super Bowl. I am actually at a lake with friends. I know it sounds like we in the club. Ain't no clubs open right now. He needs a perm. He needs more than a damn perm. He needs a hair transplant. Um, are you sliding down the steps? Okay. Um, we need to. I agree, Derek. I agree with you, but if they don't have enough time to get it done, that'll buy them some time. Santa, well, Adrian, listen. Jobu has brought me great luck. For a fact that every time I've taken Jobu, I've made it home. I'm not out here burning like pin cushions or anything like that. I'm not doing anything illegal. I can tell you this much: you can call it satanic, but a week after Tyron Smith got a picture with Jobu, he got his big deal. 2014, we recreated the scene. It's very bad to steal Jobu's room in Tony Romo's locker. After meeting Tony Romo, he had his best year ever. Charles Haley, who just had both his knees replaced. You go look at Facebook, his profile picture. After being the last time denied about going into the Hall of Fame, guess what? He made Jobu his profile picture. He's there now. After the Super Bowl for the Giants, we were in New York for that game, that Thursday night season opener. They lost, and we were at their training facility. Photobomb Victor Cruz. That was the end of his salsa dancing. And the Giants have stunk ever since. You can call it a satanic doll if you want. But I tell you what, when was the last time somebody asked who is the NFL's Man of the Year where you are? He asked, where's Jobu? So, call it whatever you want. But you better throw some respect in Jobu's name. That's all I can tell you. Throw some respect when you call him a satanic dog. Good night, Miss Jackie. Thoughts and prayers go out to you, girl. Jobu is staring into your soul right now. Hopefully it brings us some good luck for all of us. Did you see how Carson Wentz played without, wide receivers around? And he has the nerve to get paid what he's getting paid? Man, get out of here. You just get out of here. Just leave. This is not the channel for you. If you're saying he's got the nerve to turn down money when our backup quarterback, Cooper Rush, do you have any faith in Cooper Rush actually being a starter for the Dallas Cowboys? Do you have any faith in that guy being a starter for the Dallas Cowboys? Because the Cowboys just gave him a tender that will pay him more than what made last year. A tender which will be half of the money that Dak Prescott's paid his damn career. I'm sick and tired of all these people that keep saying this guy doesn't deserve shit. That guy has put his ass on the line for 4 years when the average expectancy of life in a football is 3 years. If you don't like Dak Prescott, I'm cool. That's your opinion. But you damn sure do not come into my house, and this is my house, talking that shit saying that he don't deserve to, he turned that down. And screw you. Screw you. Because unless you go to your job, and say, you know what, I'm not going to get paid the same as everybody else. I will settle for less because I'm a team player. If you are not willing to do that, be damned if you go ahead and tell somebody else to do that stuff. Greedy, I tell you what, right now, Xavier Rhodes is getting cut from Minnesota, not because he can't play, but because they don't have money after Kirk Cousins' deal. And right now, they're working on Kirk Cousins getting an extension so he can get some cap relief. You think Kirk Cousins is going to go ahead and say, you know what? I already got $88 million from you. I'm going to take less money. Why don't you say that Russell Wilson was greedy when he already had $87 million that he'd already made and became the highest paid in the NFL? They didn't say he was greedy, though, was it? After he already made $87 million, you got a guy who got $4 million. So again, take your happy ass the fuck out of here with that crap. Don't come into my house with that crap. Seriously. Seriously. There are plenty of places you can go if that's what your game is. I'm not taking that shit home. Thinks is greedy. But guess what? It's the going rate. Every one of these quarters, ain't nobody looking to take less money. There is nobody out there that's looking to do that. And I'll be damned if you're going to turn around to the guy who's been paid the least and say he shouldn't get it. The guy who's got nothing. Kirk Cousins has already made $100 million and has $28 million guaranteed, and they're working on another deal for him. And I'd be damned if he's going to take less than $32 or $33 million. Ain't no way in hell. And if you motherfuckers, if he goes ahead and takes that money and gets to be another big fat contract, I want to hear the same energy from you guys. You same energies are saying that he's greedy, that Dak Prescott's greedy. He should take less money. He should be a team-friendly guy. I want to hear that same energy with Kirk Cousins. I want to hear that same energy with Pat Mahomes because they got to gut their damn team because they ain't got no damn money either. In order to get him a contract, they have to gut the damn team. I want to hear that same energy from you guys that he should take less money because he's got endorsements. I'm sick and tired of this crap. Make me lose my damn religion. You only getting one side of the goddamn argument here. Excuse me for cussing. I should not cuss. But sometimes some of you guys that just go up here and don't know crap, just keep listening to the stupid shit from guys that were has-beens, never was, and wannabes that keep trashing the guy who's actually doing some stuff. Do me a favor. I don't know who the hell you are, Adrian Garcia. Please ban this mother. No, let me go through. Adrian, you don't have to worry about my voodoo religion. Let me see if I can ban your ass. If one of my mods are in here, it's not coming up for me. Tierra, ban that motherfucker up in here. Oh, here we go. Bye-bye. Boy, bye. Bye. Take your happy ass out of here. You don't like Jobu, you don't need to be here. You don't like my quarterback, you don't have to be here. You are here by choice, and it's by my choice that you stay in here. Piss me off. I apologize to everybody else that's in here for me losing my cool. Okay? Unfortunately, listening to these guys are listening to talking to them is like talking to a brick wall. They have nothing but hate in their heart. It doesn't matter what you look at. They're going to come up with some stupid ass shit to go ahead and say he's not the guy. He doesn't pass the eye test. What the fuck is that? Can somebody tell me what the eye test is? Your eyes are going to be different than everybody else's eyes. That's some bullshit. No, I'm just tired of people who are just, you know what? Because you didn't live through Quincy Carter's and Chad Hennings and Ryan Leafs and all these freaking idiots, where we are year after year after year getting stiffed. And these same jackasses that are here saying, oh, well, don't pay that. We can get their car, Really? Oh, let's get Ryan. Let's get, shit. Let's get an old-ass Tom Brady. Right? Oh, let's get that guy. Oh, let's get Teddy Bridgewater. Hell, I told fucking stupid. You don't know shit, and because you come on here and act like you do and hide behind a damn keyboard, I'm not taking it anymore. Not gonna take it anymore. Thank you. Derek Carr is dumpster juice. Some of you, here's how crazy it is. Because some of you guys say, well, we should have David Carr because he beat Dak Prescott at the Super Bowl at the NFL Experience. That guy's got accuracy. It's like, did you ever look at what that guy did in the NFL? Did you ever really look at it? You think that guy is a player? Come on, man. Come on. Purge Squad, how you doing, man? Fumble it to him. That's a good name for us. Miss Jackie, you know what? Sometimes you just got to rant and vent. Because I got to tell you, woosah. I got to tell you, I feel like smoking a cigar right now because that actually felt pretty good. Because I've been holding it in. I've been trying to be politically correct, okay? I've been trying to be cool and not let it out, but sometimes you just got to say, what the F? Somebody gonna come in here and tell me, you're satanic. Jobu, that's the evil. Man, you don't know me. You don't know nothing about Jobu. Don't come in here acting like you know something and you don't know Jack. Okay? Miss Jackie, you 100 right there. Mark just farted. No, I didn't. The couch over here has got some squeaks in it. And if I did, on average, the average person farts 13 times a day. So you never fart? Mike Dickett farted on TV. Old man farted that. Gotta go back and watch. I tell you what, you can hear a fart over the music and everything. Come on, man. I'm entertaining as hell. Well, I'm glad you like that. But I've actually gone 7 minutes into overtime here, and we got. Let me show you guys. Okay. Let me show you guys here. Take the camera with me. They're all downstairs. They actually have dessert too. Oh, let me see what they're doing. Hopefully we don't lose the signal. Hey, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? What are y'all doing down there? Say hello to everybody. Everybody's like, are you in a club? I'm like, what club is open right now? The gentleman right there, that's Richard, our resident Steeler fan, and he's one of the reasons why Jobu exists, and we'll have him on here at some other point. And right now, I got to go back down and join the festivities because this may be the last opportunity for a while to have a get-together. And we're going to party like it's 1999. So everybody, I apologize again for losing my cool. Sorry that I kind of went postal on you guys. But, I'm better off without people like that up in here. Stay safe. Be prepared. Take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. We're going to go through some hard times, but think about your neighbors, think about your friends, think about others as well. And together, we will get through this. I believe that, and I'm going to work my butt off to make sure that happens, okay? So, good night, everybody. Look, don't come in here, Sharper, with that stuff. Don't come in here with it. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Take that elsewhere. It's not the channel for that. There's plenty of places you can take it, so don't come in here with it. We'll be here first thing in the morning because I'm not cooking tomorrow morning, but don't sleep on the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be talking about everything, and we're going to be doing a lot of good stuff for you guys. So, Mark, the eye test. Okay, but you know what, Cowboys gamer? Guess what? The year before, guess what? The Eagles lost to us twice when it counted for them too, didn't it? And they were defending Super Bowl champions. It happens. Troy Aikman didn't win every single game out there. Lord knows Tony Romo didn't. It freaking happens. And the reality is only one team came away as Super Bowl champions. Do they have work to go on? Yes. But you don't go ahead and take the one strength of your team right now, the best thing that you got going, and say, get rid of that guy and hope that we can draft somebody that's better. We hope that one of these stiffs out here that we're going to just pay less money. There's a reason why they're commanding less money. It's because they suck. I'm gone.